What's going on, guys? It's your boy Roliver Queen. I understand, I know I am late, but I still had to do this heat of the week because there's a lot to talk about in this week's batch of comics. Cue the intro. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe button, and turn your notifications so you're always in the loop whenever I drop new videos. Now let's jump right in. All right, first things first is Batman 100. It's written by James Tynion IV, and the art is done by Jorge Jimenez. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna just say it. The shit was mid. It was mid. It was mid. Tynion did not deliver the goods. This was very lackluster, and I'm personally done with his run after this. But at the same time, there's a lot of cool moments that do happen, and I can't ignore that as well. So let me just start with that. First things first, it's great to see Barbara Gordon back as Oracle. I know there's been a lot of rumors circulating that Cassandra Cain will once again become Batgirl, and what's happening in Batgirl's solo series right now, especially the last page in the last issue, it looks like she's really done with being Batgirl. So what better way to kind of solidify that in a sense than in Batman 100. So she takes off the cowl, puts on the glasses, and said, "Yo, Oracle's back," and she's just commanding everybody, just telling the citizens of Gotham that, hey, we got shit under control. And again, that is cool. So we'll see what happens with Batgirl. We'll see what happens with this specific title moving forward. Next up, speaking of Gotham PD, I like here that Tynion is really trying to address all the corruption that's happening in Gotham, especially in the police force. Because there's a moment in here where Bullock says, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." Like, as he was told, ignore what Oracle was saying. Shut it all down. And Bullock's like, "Nah, listen. If y'all want to sit here and be a part of this corrupt police force, go ahead. Or if not, let's help this city. Joker's running amok. There's a bunch of corruption going on. So let's grab our nutsacks and do what needs to be done." That's cool, and I hope, maybe for whoever's reading, I hope that that's a thread that continues on, because we know Tynion's gonna stick around for a while. So again, I hope that continues also. Let's finally start to get rid of the corruption in Gotham, the Gotham PD. That's cool. That's something fresh, at least to me. And also, of course, you already know it's coming because I made countless videos about it. Now I'm just gonna show it off here. Listen, y'all, he's back. He's back. Nightwing is back, y'all. He's back in the suit. Dick Grayson is back, and this is what I was looking forward to, man. This is what I was looking forward to. Nightwing in all of his Jorge Jimenez glory, man. This is what I wanted. And it looks great. My boy's looking fresh. I love it. Okay, so again, that definitely bumped it up a little bit for me. Now let's get into what I didn't like, because there's a lot. What I didn't like, Joker's still running around, yo. Joker's still running around. The way I kind of feel like we were bamboozled again, because the way this was being pitched at us, solicited to us, the promotion and everything, it made it seem like either Batman or Joker either one of them was gonna die. I was hoping it was gonna be Joker. I was hoping Batman was really gonna bust a cap in his ass and get him out of here, or at least severely, decapitate him or something, man. I wanted Joker to be out of commission for a long time, or just dead. Either or, I would have been happy with either one. Nah, man, we were bamboozled. The Joker's still running around. The Joker is going to come back next year, in some way, shape, or form. He has big plans for Gotham, and yeah, he's here, y'all. And the way it all went down to was lackluster as well. I mean, the only, I guess you could say, horrible thing that happened to Joker is that he lost the eye. That's it. Harley Quinn shot him. We were made to believe that he got shot in the head, but no, he just lost an eye. So that's it. And also, too, there wasn't really much Bat Family ish things happening here, man. Yes, the Bat Family's reunited. That's another great thing, but you don't really get to see much of them, you know? Especially, Signal and Drake and, even Batgirls. Like, they're just there. They have, you can see them, but they're not really doing much. And just altogether, the Bat Family only has like a couple panels, like in this entire issue. Like I was looking forward to like a better showdown, a big showdown. Like this is just as lackluster. Like yeah, this is just as lackluster as the Justice Doom War. We're made to believe, oh, we're getting all the heavy hitters. We're gonna see a war. Like it didn't feel like a war, man. Like you just got a couple panels of everybody fighting, and then that's it. The fight with Batman and Joker, lackluster. Again, Joker's still running around, and it didn't do it for me. So I mean, the stuff with Clown Hunter, that's cool. I guess Ghost or whatever, whatever that new villain or whoever he is. Supposedly he's Bruce's master. I mean, I guess that's cool, but also I did not care. So again, just all together, like this just didn't do it for me. I was looking forward to more. I was looking forward to this slapping harder, but it looks good. It looks good. I showed you guys a page already. Like this, you get the same quality art all throughout. At least in the first part of the story, the art is beautiful, man. It looks great. It looks great. Jimenez pours his heart out. That will always be one of my biggest compliments on this run. Jimenez is a great artist, but like I said before, the art is great. The story doesn't hold up. I do believe he's wasting his talents on Batman. I don't believe that it's gonna get any better. Because again, Tynan had a good amount of time, to make something special of this, and again, it just didn't work. Now, would this have worked as a detective comic story? I believe so, because Tynan showed in his previous Detective Comics run that he knows how to work with an entire team. But I'm pretty sure there's just been a bunch of things that's been happening with the books lately. Everything with Nightwing, Red Hood, all that stuff. So it probably couldn't have happened that way. But I think that would have worked better. Make a Detective Comics story. Call it Joker War. Make sure you can play with all the Bat Family members. Instead of just playing with Batman, because right now he's showing that while he's good with the world building and all that, he's not really good with just handling the character. And again, he does well with Batman and a team, which is what he did in Detective Comics. And they probably just sort of repeated that same process again, but obviously with a different story. But anyways, I could keep rambling and rambling. So again, this was mid. Definitely a disappointment. I'm not looking forward to 101. I mean, if something extravagant happens and I hear about it, then maybe I'll pick this up again. But this right now, Batman definitely getting dropped. I am not wasting my money on this shit anymore. Next up is Justice League 54. It's written by Joshua Williamson and the art is done by Zermanico. Y'all, this shit was heat, bro. This shit was heat. I loved it. But now I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Yo, these issues are too fucking short. It is too fucking short. There is no fucking reason for a good arc like this to have such short issues. I feel like the regular nonsense Justice League issues that are happening outside of this, they take up more space than this. It is not fair that Williamson only gets he gets this, bro. Like he gets this. This is what he gets. This is not enough. This is not enough for what Williamson is doing. But even with this small fucking page count, Williamson gets the job done once again. See, I'm so fucking excited. I'm tossing books everywhere. But yeah, man, so we're picking up where we left off. And also, we're picking up where we left off, but we get ourselves a Titans reunion. So we got Starfire, we got Cyborg in the mix, and it is great. Listen, one of my favorite parts about this issue is the interaction between Starfire, Nightwing. And I think this is important. This is really important, especially since we're waiting monthly for Nightwing. So we're not going to see Nightwing back in Bloodhaven. I think it happens next week. But while we're waiting, we're still getting development of Nightwing post him getting shot in the head. So him chatting with Starfire about the things that they've been through was really cool. It was really wholesome. And again, I think it was important for that to happen because at least we're seeing him interact with, other members outside of the Bat family, other superheroes who are going to help him in his journey to become Nightwing fully once again. I mean, he is Nightwing, but, he took up this mission just so he can really feel like he's Nightwing at the end of it. And again, that was really cool. And I also enjoy the fact that your Lex Luthor he's not giving up. He's not giving up. Like, and everybody is just fighting back against him because Lex Luthor knows where they have to go. He knows exactly what the game plan is, but because he's Lex Luthor, nobody is trying to listen to that bullshit, and it's just fun to see them go back and forth. But in the end, there is a situation where Nightwing realizes, I think I may have to trust Lex Luthor because as much as I don't like him, he is right. And there's also a cool moment here, but even before that realization where everybody is just having like these weird mental moments. So like there's like a couple like panels here where Nightwing is in his like different suits over the years, and Alfred is back, Batgirl is back, and he's confused like, oh, what happened? And supposedly like this little weird moment is immediately after what happened in Batman 55, I believe, where he got shot in the head. So like those weird moments takes place there, and I was like, yo, what's going on? And then as this is happening, supposedly he's walking right into like a big ass Starro that's about to eat him, and it's Lex Luthor who saves him. So that was cool. Just seeing that was cool. And obviously the other characters are going through it as well because they're all walking through the Starro Valley. But Williamson really focuses mainly on Nightwing, and again, that is super important. That is super cool, especially since right now we're all dealing with Nightwing coming back. So that was awesome. Williamson, listen, I think he knew what he was doing when he came on here. And again, as someone who is a diehard Nightwing fan, like Williamson is getting the job done. And also too, he's having fun with this. Like all the other characters as well. Hot Girl, Cyborg, Chimp, they all have moments in here too. And again, like even though this is connected to Dark Knight's death metal, like this just feels like a fun story for everybody. But of course, Nightwing is getting most of the shine. I love it. Zermanico's art is great. I'm just gonna show off these first two pages again because it's cool, man. Like Zermanico, his designs and it's just everything. It's awesome. It's awesome. I wish we can have this team moving forward. I know we don't really know what's happening with the line, especially with Future State, but yo, if I am championing a Joshua Williamson and Zermanico Justice League, and if you can't do it for 100 issues, at least do it for 50 and then put somebody else on. But clearly right now, man, the dude is showing that if you give him a bunch of like oddball characters and you have a focused story, you can have something great that comes out of it. And this is exactly what's happening in Justice League. So again, this shit was heat. If you're not reading it, you probably have already, but go pick it up if you haven't. If you did read it, pick it up again. All right, next up is DCEASED Dead Planet issue 4. It's written by Tom Taylor and the art is done by Trevor Hairsine. This issue was heat, man. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. One of my biggest compliments is the stuff with Mr. Miracle. So apparently he has a lot of baggage, especially with everything that's been happening in DCEASED at World's End, that one shot, and a lot of these threads are continued here. So he has a son, and he feels like he's not going to be a worthy father to his son, but granddad's telling him yes he is, don't leave him behind. So again, that's cool, because for somebody who doesn't really know jack shit about Mr. Miracle, this is actually making me want to go and check out other Mr. Miracle stuff. So definitely, after this, I'll go poke my head around and do some digging up of his history. And as for like the the other stuff that's been happening in this issue, it's nuts. It's really nuts. So the gang has to go to New Genesis, and they have to find a way to have Cyborg sit on the Mobius chair. But the Mobius chair is currently being occupied by Metron. After like a little brief fight, Cyborg sits down and he gets what he needs. And yo, you would think like, yo, this went off without a hitch. This went off without a hitch. Things are finally gonna get better. They're gonna get this cure, and the world is going to be saved. Everything's gonna be alright. Nope, 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 nope. You were bamboozled. You were trolled. Yo, even before Metron gives up the chair. Well, even after Metron gives up the chair, like he takes a glimpse of the future, and he sees it. He's like, "Oh, yo, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Nope, we not doing this. I'm out." And he doesn't even say anything to him. He's like, "All right, peace. I'm out of here." And what happens after that, yo? Yep. You guessed it. Shit goes left, but nobody knows that shit gone left because once they got into the chair, got what they needed, everybody left. Metron knows what's gonna happen, but he pieced out. But then when they left, excuse me, I can't speak. Who pops up? Darkseid, 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 and man, things are going to go left very quickly. Oh man, I love it. This is fun. It's you can't get comfortable with the series. That's what I love about it. It's fun. You can't get comfortable with it. Just when you think things are gonna go well, yo, it doesn't. It doesn't. And again, I am so stoked to see where these characters and the story ends up in these last couple issues, because this is great, man. I love it. And also too, like the art is pretty cool, man. Like the way Harrison just like draws these characters, like the zombies, and just his style in general is like it's kind of it's raw. That's just one word to describe it. It's raw. It's really cool. And again, him and Taylor are a really good match. So I'm glad that they definitely like linked up again to do part 2 of DCEASED. But yeah, I had fun with this issue. I really don't have like many complaints because this is just like I don't know, it's kind of just like a fun little story. But yeah, excited to see where things go. I'm looking forward to more people dying. Yeah, actually no, that is a complaint. There wasn't any death here. Surprisingly enough, there wasn't death. I was expecting to see at least a couple bodies, just drop. But no, there's no death. Man, where's the death? This is called DCEASED. Where's the death? But I'm sure we're gonna get the death in the next issue, and especially now since Darkseid's back, we're gonna see a lot of death. But yeah, man, DCEASED issue 4, Dead Planet. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Wolverine issue 6, and we have X-Force issue 13. Both are written by Benjamin Percy. The art is done by Victor Bondanovic. Hopefully, again, I am saying that right. Yes, Bondanovic. And yeah, both of these were heat. And there's a reason why I'm doing both of these, because like Wolverine's journey starts in Wolverine 6, and then it continues on to X-Force 13. So no, we are not seeing X-Force members here. It's just, this is literally just like altogether one big story. Part 1, part 2. And I enjoyed it. Both of these issues were heat. Now, before I even get into the story aspect of this and the art, I'm just going to give Marvel and, Hickman and whoever was responsible for this rollout, this is how you do a fucking crossover. This is how you do it. You don't give us, like, here's what Marvel and DC would typically do. Like, you're reading Wolverine, and this is X-Force. So obviously, generally X-Force would be like a team book. Marvel and DC would probably just put out a random Wolverine one-shot and tell both of these stories, and then let these two books kind of just continue unbothered. But no, it's cool that, we got Wolverine here. He has a story here. And then we put it into X-Force also. So we don't got to go and spend money on a random one-shot. And it works because, say, I was already reading Wolverine. and I picked up X-Force because I knew it was part of Ten of Swords. If I enjoyed X-Force, that would probably make me want to pick up X-Force on a regular instead of just trying to cram all this in one shot. It don't really go anywhere. It just serves the purpose of Ten of Swords, and then boom, I just have a random one shot. They're just killing fucking space. But no, this is great because you can pick up both of these for the crossover. It's well written, and then you have the potential of getting another subscriber full time for both of these books. So again, that was really great. But luckily for me, I was already reading, Wolverine and X-Force. But in the case of Marauders, which I'll get into later, again, that is great. But yeah, as for the story, it's really cool. It's really fun. Even though it's serious at the same time. Like Wolverine figures out that he has to get the Muramasa blade, and he has to travel to Japan. He has to come across old enemies and old friends to get this information. And also at the same time, we're introduced to Solom, which is Rocco's champion in the fight that's coming up. And y'all, listen, the way that Benjamin Percy just wrote him, can't help but love him. You can't help but love him. Like, I'll even go as far to say that I'm kind of rooting for Solom. Like, and also, dude, just like in the quest of both of them trying to get the Muramasa blades, because yeah, they both have like identical swords, and they're both trying to get it. They both bounce off so well off of each other. Like you would kind of think that they were homies instead of adversaries, which is cool. And just the way that Solom is written, just like his attitude, just how he comes across, like he's elegant, pleasant, but also deadly at the same time. And again, you can't help but love him. So again, I'm rooting for Wolverine to win. Don't get me wrong, but I'm also rooting for Solom to win as well because I just love his character, and I can't wait to see more of his character as this Ten of Swords crossover continues. And also too, like at the end of the story, which is something I really love, like Solom has both the Muramasa blades, and he hands one over to Wolverine. But Wolverine has to either make a sacrifice or a trade or whatever. And we don't know what that is. But Wolverine does end up with the sword at the end. So again, I am stoked to see where Percy takes us with that whole thread. And also, but Bogdanovic's art is crisp here too. I'm only going to show you like just one of the books because it's literally the same team for both books. So again, I love Bogdanovic's art. It has Greco Pulo vibes, very raw, very gritty. Again, perfect for Wolverine. Perfect. I love when artists, know the character that they're working with and know the writer that they're working with. And it just flows well like a well-oiled machine. I love it. No, but yeah, man, both of these issues were great. So far, this crossover, this event is great. Now, obviously, we're going to spend a lot of time with the different characters, just grabbing the different swords and shit. But again, the journey for those characters are enjoyable as fuck. So, yeah, X-Force 13 and Wolverine 6, definitely go pick them up. Heat. Next up is Marauders 13. It's written by Vita Ayala, and the art is done by Matteo Lally. This issue is heat. This is my first time reading Marauders, and I really enjoyed it. And listen, if I didn't have a bunch of other books on my pull list, then I would definitely, like, picked up this title for the long haul. But I'm just picking it up for Ten of Swords. But I do wish in the beginning, because of how well this issue was written, that I was picking this up on a regular basis. But anyways, this is mainly Storm focused. Storm has to go to Wakanda because the sword that she needs is located there. And the Wakandans are offering her other options. They're saying, hey, if Krakoa needs soldiers, we got you. If you guys need weapons, we got you. Like they offer her like a plethora of different alternatives. But the sword that she needs, she does not have access to. The only person who has access to that sword is T'Challa. But T'Challa is off doing God knows what with the fucking Avengers. And she has to wait until he gets back so she can have access to that sword. And that just presents that presents a bunch of issues because she can't wait. She doesn't want to wait but she's also just done a great job of like rebuilding her relationship with T'Challa and Wakanda, because you guys know they used to be together, and that just brings up a bunch of conflict. And there's even a lot of like tense back and forth between her and Shuri, because Shuri's just like, hey, if we give you the sword, you know you're leaving us defenseless. you know Somebody they can see that you took the sword, and somebody may use that to start an uprising, because this sword is hot shit. Like, just put it that way. There's a reason why that sword was destined for Storm. There's a reason why she can't get no other sword but this. Same thing with Wolverine and the Muramasa blade. There's a reason why these people need these swords. There's just something special about them, and that's gonna help them in the fight to come. So there's no other alternative. So Shuri's saying, hey, we have reasons why we can't give it to you without T'Challa. Wait, wait, wait. And also at the same time, and just like, you mutants really also haven't been on your best behavior either. So why should we go out of our way to risk our well being, when you guys have a bunch of practices that aren't really cool as well. So again, that conflict is really, really, really present here. And at the end of it all, Storm gotta do what she gotta do. She gotta save her people. She loves the Wakandans. She loves T'Challa, but she's a mutant at the end of the day. So of course, well, what does she go do? She goes and steal, man. She steals. She steals. She doesn't want to steal, but she gotta steal. She has to steal. And obviously, at the end of it all, T'Challa finally comes, and he can't do shit. He can't do shit but let her go, because he loves her so much, and he also realizes that whatever, if the mutants don't handle shit on Krakoa, with this whole Ten of Swords nonsense, it's not just Krakoa that's in trouble. It's the whole entire world. So he has to let her go. And listen, the way this was done, it was cool. It was great. Like, this felt like a one shot. This felt like a one shot, but contained within the X-Men line, which once again I really fucking enjoy. Matteo Lolly's art is wonderful, man. It pops. I like it. It kind of reminds me of Pepe Larraz's art in a sense. I get a lot of those, those vibes from him. Obviously a different artist, but still, like, it's cool. Like, it's very, very vibrant, very, very colorful. It works. Storm is looking sexy. I've always thought Storm was sexy, but the way Homeboy, draw Storm, like, listen, I see why T'Challa was hitting that for as long as he did. I understand, brother. I understand, because this Storm is sexy. But yeah, man, this is cool. Again, like, also another great thing too is just like the fact that this took place in Wakanda is something that I love as well. Like, I have a similar praise for the last two books I just reviewed, Wolverine and X Force. While all this stuff is, yes, it's Krakoa based, yeah, it's X-Men based, but Hickman is not afraid to pull from the other elements of the Marvel universe to help beef the story up in a meaningful way. So again, it's cool that Wolverine had to go out. Storm had to go from Krakoa to Wakanda to get what she needed to get. But yeah, man, this was a great issue. Like, I can't wait to see what the fallout is. What's the fallout gonna be? Because now that Storm stole the sword, obviously things aren't gonna be as great between her and Wakanda, especially after she's done everything that she could up until that point, to rebuild that relationship. So again, one thing I like about these issues, like, there's gonna be fallout. I'm looking forward to the fallout, and at the same time, I like the story. So yeah, Marauders 13. Definitely a great issue. Go pick it up. All right, last but not least, we have Rise of Ultraman issue 2. It's written by Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom, and the art is done by Francisco Mena. Ooh, this issue was heat. This issue was heat. I loved it. So mainly most of this issue is Shin and Ultra. This is this fellow right here. They're obviously going to become one. Shin's going to become Ultraman. Obviously. But there's a lot that needs to happen amongst those two for, you know, like that process to happen. And so it's a lot of back and forth between Shin and Ultra. So you get the backstory of where Ultra came from. You get more understanding about why the kaiju are, you know, is attacking. And also you get to see more of a backstory from Shin as well. So you get to understand more of his relationship with Kiki, and the struggles that he's been through. And what's cool here is just like, it's like both of these guys, like they both have a lot to offer each other, but they spend most of the issue just like trying to like hash that out. There's a lot of distrust here. There's a lot of uncertainty, and obviously at the end of that, you know, they decide, you know, to join forces. But I did enjoy seeing I enjoyed seeing that a lot. And also on the flip side of things, you know, Kiki and Murasama, you know, they're trying to find a way to fucking, excuse me, Miramatsu. I'm sorry, yo. I hope I'm not saying the names wrong. I'm still getting used to the characters. But yeah, they're trying to help Shin, and while they're trying to help Shin, you know, there's like there's a lot of things that they're discovering along the way. Again, there's just more secrets that's just being, you know, hidden to them, and the more that they try to poke around and try to find somewhere to help Shin, you know, the more that there's a lot of blowback. And again, something I enjoyed from the first issue, there's so many different questions, man. Again, I love that me as the reader, like I have questions also. It's not just them. I have it too. And again, it immerses you, you know, in that whole aspect of it. And it's super cool. I love that Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom like are doing that. And of course, yo, we gotta talk about the art. We gotta talk about the art. Yo, listen, Francisco Mena is quickly becoming one of my favorite artists, man. Like, I don't even know what to, you know, yeah, sure. This is the last page, but fuck it. It's spoiled. Like, do you see how fucking sexy that is, bro? Like, I've seen a little bit of Ultraman, you know, but Ultraman like this, like, yo, look at this shit, bro. That shit is crisp. It's so vibrant. It's so awesome, dude. Like, I can't wait to see more of this. I can't wait to see more of that. Like, you know, the character designs are cool, whatever. Like, you know, but what I'm here for, bro, I want to see I want to see Ultraman kicking ass. But again, you know, we gotta wait a little while. I think issue 3 is really when we're gonna see more. We're gonna see more of Ultraman finally. But man, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm more excited for the dynamic between Shin and Ultra, and I want to see how they work. How I want to see the further development on how they're going to work together. Because obviously, this isn't just going to be a one and done thing. There's more that, you know, they're going to learn about each other. So again, I'm excited for it. The art is fucking great, and man, this. I kind of wish this was, you know, bi-weekly. I wish this was bi-weekly. It sucks that I have to wait every month for this. Like, I'm pretty sure, you know, like this is easily going to become like one of my favorite series. And honestly, guys, if you guys aren't reading this, please go pick it up. Go pick it up. Go pick it up. I'm not even an Ultraman fan, and I'm over here gushing all over the shit. Go pick this shit up, man. The art is great. The fucking story is cool. You're definitely gonna see a lot of great action. And listen, this actually might be this might be actually no, it is. This is my favorite of the week. This is my favorite of the week. I take it back. I was gonna say Justice League was my favorite of the week. No, this shit right fucking here. So yeah, Ultraman 2. Go pick up the first issue if you haven't. And man, this Higgins and Groom, they're really crafting something special here. All right, as you guys know, I have my random pickups at the end of the videos, but this one's not really so random. I forgot to review Savage Avengers 12 when it came out last week. It either wasn't in my folder or I just forgot to go pick it up from the other comic shop. But yeah, Savage Avengers is back. This is easily my favorite Marvel title out right now, next to Daredevil. But yeah, look forward to me reviewing this series next month when the next issue comes out. I'm not gonna review it here because I feel like I missed the ball last week. But yeah, just want to show it off. So yeah, Savage Avengers 12, and again, look forward to me reviewing this issue in full. Well, the next issues in full, because again, I love this series so much. And shout out to Gary Duggan for replying to my video, because I did make a video just praising the fact that Savage Avengers is back. Like, we haven't seen Savage Avengers since COVID started. We did get one random like Empire tie-in issue, but yeah, I'm just mainly happy that the mainline series is back. I fucking missed it, and man, I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, man. So that's it for me this week. Again, I apologize. This video is coming out a little late. Hopefully next week I won't have like a shit ton of things piling up, and I will get this out a little sooner. But y'all, please be easy. Thank you guys for the support. I really, I don't know, when I used to do these videos, these review videos, I was very like skeptical. But I have noticed that these videos are getting a lot more traction. People are responding to them, just commenting, and I really do appreciate that. And I'm working on possibly trying to find a way to just like break them off so I can have like one video per review. So I'll take this video and then I'll just like break it down into its own separate parts, just so it's a little bit more digestible for you guys. So that's just something I got to work on. But yeah, guys, enough of me rambling. Please be easy. Much love, much peace. Roliver Queen out.